Right, here I am, yeah, Royal Enfield. Look at that, all those new Royal Enfields in there. But what am I on today? Look at this, Paddington. Me and Paddington going for a ride. Yeah, let's have a mutter when we get going. Obviously, it's quite a while since I rode a 350. Marvellous. Yeah, me and Paddington have got to get reacquainted because he will be going shortly, won't he? Yeah, he will. So, and I've had a terrible, stressful week, as you all know, because I've mentioned it a few times this week. So, I've come to de-stress, yeah. And Paddington can de-stress me like nobody else. Oh, except for Bertie, of course. Shut up. Go on, Paddington. There we go. So has he changed? You know, that's what I wanted to know over the time. You know, when I first rode Paddington, he'd only done about 10 miles or something. He's now done over 800. Yeah, admittedly, I've probably done most of them. But I think we could say he's probably quite well run in. He's had every Tom, Dick and Harry ride him. And he's obviously persuaded an awful lot of people to part with their cash and buy one. But he himself will be coming up for sale shortly. Yeah. So there you go. So I thought I'd come out. Obviously, you know the classic 350. It's a revisit of that. It's a revisit of the Reborn 350 Classic. Yeah, Marvellous. We are still in a 40 and I don't really want to go much faster than that, but I seem to have a car up my jacksie. Yeah. So what have we got? Mickey Mouse mirrors, roundy clock, roundy switches, everything just pretty perfect, as you know. And he just goes so lovely, so smooth, so well, even though, let's be honest, he will have been ragged by some people, not by everyone, but by some people. How do the brakes feel? Absolutely fine. Has the handling changed? No, sweet as a nut, just gets round. His sound has changed a little bit. He's a little bit louder, I would say. His pipe's been cleared through. And of course this view is so familiar from the 500. It's just a wonderful bike. Now you will have heard me talk about the 500, and there's no mistaking, the 350 is not the classic 500, and I recommend that you all try a classic 500. I really do. But this bike, here comes a naughty boy. There we go. This 350 is possibly a better bike than the 500, as people would score it, if you like. But it's a different bike. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. It's a different bike to the 500. I think that's the safest way for me to say it. But this is possibly the better bike. Yeah, it's smoother, more reliable, less maintenance, less trouble, a bit more comfortable. You know, it's got a lot going for it. There's just something about the 500 for me that, I don't know, I guess it's that little bit of rawness is what I like. I do like Paddington though. Would I have Paddington? Oh, I would love Paddington, but there you go. Let's get round here. Handling, sweet as a nut. Just goes. This is on the smooth road. It just goes. It's just lovely. It is really, really lovely. And of course, Ian Hughes, he's obviously got Clementine, loves that. Ainsworth, he's got one, loves it. Foxy, now that's worth a mutter, isn't it? Because he's had gearbox issues, and he's mentioned perhaps that there are gearbox issues. Andy from The Adventures of Bella got rid of his Meteor, got an Interceptor, got rid of the Interceptor and got a Classic 350. And he loves it. Saw him the other night, absolutely loves it. There are a few questions about rust, about gearbox, about speedos, but these are all minor things. And you know, the Classic's been out now a couple of years, but I don't think there's any issues really that aren't solvable. You know, you get it with any new model, any new bike generally, and as long as everything's covered under warranty, you're alright, aren't you? It'll just get fixed. The gearbox thing, who knows? I haven't heard of it from anyone else. We'll get down here. We'll get down here onto this terrible, terrible road. I mean, how bad this road is, I don't know, because it's a little while since I've been. But it's got loose, gravelly bits, patches, potholes, unless they've repaired it. But what I like is just to come down here and just ride through this beautiful Cambridgeshire countryside on Paddington. There's nothing better, there really isn't. I'm actually going to give you a bit of a wipe just in case some flies have attached. Hopefully they haven't. And yeah, I'm taking it steady because that's how I feel when I ride Paddington. I just want to just cruise. There is something so therapeutic about it in this environment. Yeah, it's lovely. And this colour, this brown, is just lovely, and it glistens in the sun, and we've got lovely sky today. It's just marvellous. When we get down here, what I shall do is I'll do a walk around. Yeah. And we'll see the cone, of course. So people walking, marvellous. And I think we're just round this corner to, whoa, just round this corner to the cone, and then we're pulling here. The cone has gone. The cone has gone. Who has taken the cone? There you go, Paddington. Let's get your side stand down and investigate the cone situation. The cone has definitely gone. Oh, he's there, hiding. Oh, brilliant. Coming out, cone. I thought you'd gone. I was quite worried then for a moment. There you go. Oh, there we go, we've got the cone back. That's marvellous, isn't it? Someone trying to hide him, but let's have a look. Here's Paddington. Marvellous, isn't he? This colour. But let's get the other camera out and have a look at him. Right, there's the cone in the background with the helmet on and helmet cam. Yeah, so he's going to video me doing the walk round. So here we are, Paddington, Royal Enfield Classic 350. I suppose we have to say the Reborn bit, don't we? How's he fed? 1,000 miles, all weathers. He's not looking too bad, is he? He's not looking too shabby. In fact, he's not looking very different from the first day I rode him. He's certainly going even sweeter, I would say, at the moment. What is there to say that you don't already know? This magnificent brownie colour. Yeah. These lovely tiger eyes. The shape of all this, it's almost like a love heart the wrong way around. Yeah, have a look at that. See what I mean? Yeah, marvellous. The little peak on his headlamp, the perfect round headlamp, the chromy plasticky indicators, the spoked wheels. I mean, look, he's just dusty. Look at that when you wipe him. Oh, marvellous. That lovely tank. And this 350 engine that so far from what I'm aware of, apart from, as I say, the gearbox on Silver Fox's Cub, I've not heard anything bad about it. It's just lovely. Yeah, you know, quality wise it's fantastic for the money you pay. Could it be better? I don't know where you would improve it, to be honest. I just don't. We've tried it, as you know, with all sorts of different exhausts on. Not this one, I might say, the Mars Bar Kids. And everyone tends to go back to the original exhaust, even though it sounds splendiferous with the Hitchcock's exhaust on. This side, perfect. That lovely comfy seat that Mrs. Tame loves so much. I mean, look at that, lots of padding there. She'd like that a lot. Well, we know she does because we've done it. And the cockpit view, get those keys out of the way, and there we go. And this blanking plate, even this Royal Enfield Classic 350 blanking plate, love it. The Mickey Mouse mirrors, the rounded dials, switches, just lovely. So anyway, I'm going to get back on and we'll go for a ride. What do you say, Cone? Yeah, what do you say? It's marvellous, isn't it? Right, let's get back on. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll go up into Maddenley. I've been through once, so that's not on camera though. Oh, I need to hide the cone, don't I? I need to hide the cone. Let's hide the cone. If any of you lot come, you know where he is. He's in there. There he is, hiding. Marvellous. Right, here we are, back on board. Ignition on. Brrr, ticking. And off we go. 4:28. So, very interesting that the cone was hidden there. I don't know if he moved himself there to stop from being stolen or cone napped. But we're on our way now and he's safe. That's all I wanted to know. And we're onto the bumpy, horrible road which Paddington deals with just absolutely fine. You know, but lots of people have changed suspension and stuff. I don't think it's necessary. I don't know. But this road is bumpy as hell, so if anyone would know, it would be people who come through here. And I'm telling you, Paddington's pretty damn comfy. Post box, telephone box, thatched cottages, thatched village hall as well. Pub, 3 horseshoes, that's marvellous. And up here, speed bumps, well done. Madinley, University of Cambridge, marvellous, and a church. I mean, what else can you say? And then graveyard, yeah. Like he's just been and buried someone, I reckon. Marvellous. So we'll get up here, round the roundabout, come back down and do the senses. That's just marvellous. The sun is hot when you stand still. The air is cool when you're moving. Quite pleasant, I've got to be honest. Just lovely. I have a tendency to drift off, don't I? When I ride Paddington. I don't know why that is. There we go, over the A14 or the A11, I'm not sure which. M11, that's what that was. We'll get right round here. He just goes lovely, doesn't he? No fault in handling or anything. Tips in on these Seat tyres. Sure, no signs of giving, never have done, even in the wet. And then we're down to 30. And of course, this is the problem, isn't it? We are limited by speed limits. But Paddington, it's saying slow down. He is doing 30 and it was telling him to slow down. Now, I guess we need to get on to senses, don't we? Yeah, so taste. Oh, it's just something very, very tasty. Very tasty. It could be anything that you wanted it to be. This lovely glistening brown and chrome is just marvellous. It could be chocolate. It could be peanut brittle. Do you remember peanut brittle? Yeah, that's sort of brown and sparkly, sort of treacly, and nuts and stuff like that. Marvellous, but very, very tasty. Yeah. And then of course smell. Well, still not leaking. Still smells just of a nice warm engine. Still got a slight smell of newness. Yeah, even though it's coming up to 1,000 miles. Yeah. Which is marvellous, isn't it? Then to look at, well, it's just lovely, isn't it? He's turned into a bit of a naughty boy, I've noticed, as well, as he's got a few more miles on the clock. So here we are at 60 and he is very, very comfortable at that. Very comfortable. So to look at, it looks like a Royal Enfield Classic. That's what he looks like. He looks vintage, he looks classic. Yeah, he is definitely dapper, definitely, in this colour as well, with the chrome sides on the tank. Yeah, definitely. And then to feel, well, he's just lovely. The shapes, the sort of pear-shaped of the petrol tank, you know, the filler cap, the shape of the tank, that sort of bulbous tank. Balance there, it just, I didn't put my feet down and I was stood still for about 5 minutes. That's what it felt like. Just lovely. Even the shape of the clutch and brake lever, I know people change them, but everything about him feels nice to touch, to run your hands over with a rag. Absolutely lovely, and very familiar to me because of my own classic 500. The sound is marvellous. It is, and we know that it can be made better. It's not necessary though. Oh, listen to him. It's just lovely. Yeah, so the 1,000 miles that it's done, have they changed him? No, they haven't. He's still a marvellous motorbike that, like Bertie, has stolen my heart. Yeah, he has. It's just lovely. The sixth sense, well, it's that Royal Enfield magic, isn't it? It's that connection between man and machine. It's akin to man and an animal, isn't it? Man and a dog, man and a horse, that relationship you have, even though it's a mechanical machine, it doesn't seem to change. It's a magic potion, that's what it is. And now I've got to go and take him back, and there's a high chance, you know, as time moves on, there is an exceptionally high chance that this could be the last time I ride Paddington. Some lucky devil is going to get him. Yeah. But I can do nothing about that. Yeah, I wish him all the best for the future. Let's get this in here. No bicycle come in. We'll get in here. Marvellous, just like that. Take him straight round to the back. I'll park him next to that Norton, shall I? There we go. And there he is. Ignition on, side stand down, without even having to look. Everything intuitive about this lot. Let's turn him off. Visor up, over onto the side stand. Let's just go and have a little look at him. There you go. Royal Enfield Classic 350 Paddington. A marvellous motorbike still here. Ta-ta.